Welcome to Hits Differently. I'm Ryan. That's Molly.
We have so much to talk about today. There were some sus things that happened over the weekend in Warsaw. Taylor also made a big announcement about her upcoming London shows, and we have a Travis clip for you.
But first, we got a clown.
Before we take a nice long walk down Clownelia Street, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we are trying to get to 20,000 followers before August 20th, which is Taylor's last show in London.
So obviously, August 2nd has come and gone. And for those of you who didn't watch the extensive TikTok that I made, that didn't listen to our last YouTube video, basically we, especially me, were clowning very hard for Rep to be announced 8-2. And it didn't happen.
But there were still some weird things that happened that we have to talk about, okay? Ticketmaster adding an extra show for Toronto on their website and then it disappearing.
Yeah, that was super weird. So November 24th, maybe keep your calendars clear, because will that date come back? I have no idea. I feel like we all hope so, because we're all delusional and think we're all going to go to this extra show. Maybe that's just me. So then night 2 after the show in Warsaw, Taylor Nation just tweets out saying about us joining them in person or online, and then just casually throws in this random suspicious link that maybe it's a coincidence that it was a dead link to start, but it was essentially like an Eras Tour Taylor Swift link that I don't think any of us have seen before. And it was originally dead because we all immediately clicked on it. And then we were deep diving the HTML, didn't really find anything. It now is a functioning link. And I don't really understand. They had no context.
Yeah, it's so weird because they've definitely acknowledged that they know fans watch live streams and things like that. So like that part, I was like, okay, but then following it up with the link is just...
Yeah. With no context.
With no context, and then the link leads to information that has already been available elsewhere. So, like, what's the point of this link? Like, if you went to Taylor's website and clicked on the Eras Tour, you found that information anyway. So... I don't know what they're up to, and it bothers me because we always seem to know, like, this means something, and now I'm like, what does it mean?
I mean, at this point, I don't think I know anything. I think we know what means something, but we don't know what it means.
Right.
I think they're intentionally trying to literally make us lose our minds because, again, I've been clowning for Rep for over 8 months now. I mean, probably longer, but like aggressively clowning, and it's getting tiring, you guys. It's tiring. It's a full-time job. Please drop it already.
Our viewers don't want you to get tired. You have to keep the clown train going.
All right, guys, this is me trying just for you. I'll do it. I'll muster it up.
And the clown train like picked up and went into high speed when Taylor played Suburban Legends and mashed it up with New Year's Day. I was traveling that day and it sent me. We'll get into why that mashup is important, but since we are now past the date of 8-2 and there was no announcement,
R.I.P.
we now have 2 cities left on the European leg of the Eras Tour. That's Vienna and London.
2 shows that we think are notable dates, to be clear. Granted, sometimes I feel like it changes by the day, but I can't keep clowning for every single day. So for now, it's a light clowning for August 9th, very light, and a heavy clowning for August 20th, which I know everyone has been saying for so long. I feel like we said it a long time ago. I think I just wanted it to be more creative. You know what 820 is? 8-2 with a 0. So I was like, maybe I was right. I just, the 0 is impossible to prove. It's 0.
And by more creative, let's just clarify that, of course, we know Taylor is super creative, which is why I think you want something that is not just like the last show of the European, like of the Eras Tour, because she kind of did that with 1989 Taylor's version, announcing that on the last show of the US leg of the Eras Tour last summer. So you were hoping that maybe she would throw us off and have a different pattern or a different date than just like the last date in this stint of shows.
Which is me heavily projecting, because the rabbit holes that I go down are so deep and complex that I'm like, this must come to fruition. It can't be that easy. But Molly's always said, I don't think it's that serious. And it's probably right there in front of you. And when we said it'd be London, when the European leg started, should have just rode that train and been like, it's going to be London, London, London. Talking about creative, that leads us into my 8-9 theory, because when she announced 1989 last year, it was on 8-9, which was really cool. And I feel like weirdly, it wasn't that obvious until it was like, oh my God. Because I've said that I feel like 1989 keeps like nodding to rep because of the outfit combo chaos with the two mystery outfits that we still haven't seen, the green and then the green and yellow. And then also her surprise songs as of late, when I've been deep diving all of their meaning, there's been a lot of 1989 and rep mashups. Like the two have just been in sync, along with the Karma coffee cup. They are just like simpatico, you know? It's been almost a year, you guys. A year.
Oh my gosh.
A year. Which is probably why I feel insane, because I'm just like, I need it. It's not like we haven't gotten anything else since then, you know?
No, just a whole double album. It's fine.
Insatiable. Just 30. Yeah. And then the only other evidence, at least for me, because, you know, again, the clown train goes far, but I've been trying to rein it in, is just, interestingly enough, Blake Lively's new movie, It Ends With Us, debuts on 8-9, and she used My Tears Ricochet in the trailer. We know she's Taylor's bestie, and apparently recently she talked about how she listens to rep to get into the character for this movie. A double duo bestie nod, 8-9, 1989 nod. Sure, why not? You know, it's a few days away. Why not?
And Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' daughter is the voice on the track of Gorgeous. In the very beginning, she has Gorgeous. Are they going to bring that back on the re-record?
I forgot about that. Molly's going off in a different direction here. As she does, just like a little whoop.
Blake Lively's connected to Rip. That's all I'm saying.
She is. I mean, she's an Easter egg. She's a walking Easter egg. I'm not going to lie. I literally, when I was going down the rabbit hole for research the other day, I was searching on TikTok like Blake Lively, Taylor Swift Easter eggs. It didn't deliver as much as I expected. Just so you guys know, I take this very seriously, and it's very founded in deep research that often amounts to nothing and just heavy, wild coincidences. But I take it very seriously. We got to talk about 820, because 8-2 with a 0 is 820. And so a lot of the things I clowned about last time are coming back around to make me feel like it wasn't all for nothing.
I feel like the biggest 8-2 Easter egg is the Karma coffee cup.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so much with that damn Karma coffee cup. And yeah, the black finger being on the 2, the blue finger being on the 8, 8-2. And again, the 0 is impossible to prove, you know?
Impossible to prove with math.
It's like,
because it's
what
0.
would she have done, you know? Like put a little like something next to her finger that looks like an O? I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to say 8-2 was a red herring for 820. That's what I'm going to tell myself, because we love red herrings. 8-2 was a red herring for 820.
And when Taylor played Suburban Legends and mashed it up with New Year's Day, I'm just sitting here like, oh my gosh, it's a 1989 song mashed up with a rep song. And she played New Year's Day the night that she announced 1989 Taylor's version. So that means something. Like, as you're saying, 1989 leads you to rep. I mean, just in real life, that's the order that they were released in too. And Taylor Nation pointed out after she played Suburban Legends that now every single 1989 Taylor's version song has been played this year, like in 2024 on the Eras Tour. So I thought that was sus. But beyond all of that, when you and I started freaking out when she played it, you took it back to the math like you always do.
A bitch loves numerology, you know? And so all of what Molly said is 100% valid and sus. And the numerology aspect, Suburban Legends is the 20th track on 1989 Taylor's version. New Year's Day is the 15th. 1 + 5 = 6. I don't know. Just saying.
Reputation is Taylor's 6th album.
20th, I don't know.
August 20th.
Oh, I know. I mean, I know. Like, I don't know. What's 20? I'm like, no, I know, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not a psychic, you guys. I wish. I'm like a secret, like, prophet. The goal of this is always, like, if it actually manifested, I would legit feel like the all-knowing.
Yeah, when she played Suburban Legends on New Year's Day, it was the day before 8-2. And we were like, it's happening. She's announcing it tomorrow. I was like, wow, Ryan's going to be right. Ryan's going to shock the world.
Nope. I know Molly was rooting for me.
I really
love that.
was.
Two other things that come back around from 8-2 that could be 820 is Munich's Instagram post. The 8th photo, she was flashing a 2 in her rep attire. So I thought it was 8-2, could be 8-2-0. And then the wild off the rails theory, which I'm sure Molly always loves when I talk about, is the February 17th. If you back in Australia, if you switch it for how they do the date and the month, 17-2, 17-2 adds up to 8, or it's 8/2. And so I just added a 0 in our notes to be like 820. That show, she performed a mashup of Getaway Car, August, The Other Side of the Door. So people were equating Getaway Car to rep, August being 8 August, and then The Other Side of the Door from her second album, or again, could say second, throw a 0 at the end. So I don't know, you know?
Also, circling back to the Instagram posts, okay, Taylor posted her thank you Warsaw post, and the whole exclamation point theory still seems to be in play 3-2-1. But she also has the number 3 and then the number 2 in the caption.
3-2 is 5. And I was like, wait, 3-2, 8-9 rep announcement.
See, I see it as 3-2, and then the next post could have a 1. There's one stop left of the Eras Tour, and it's London.
See, but I just want to manifest this for Vienna because you're so close, you know? You're so close. When talking about her Instagram post, the last notable thing about 820 is on 8/5, August 5th, she posted an Instagram story talking about her new Wembley openers recently announced in this Instagram post, which I screenshotted immediately because I just knew. I was like, before I even read this, I know there's going to be receipts here because there always are. The notable clowning portion is she has the number 5 3 times. 5, 5, 5. Talking about 5 nights, 5 incredible artists, 5 Wembley shows. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus the day she posted this is 20. The day being 5, August 5th, plus 15 5s, August 20th. I'm just saying. And she's getting us real pumped up for Wembley. She's like, let's go.
Also, if the 3 5s added up together equals 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6, 6 equals reputation.
You're right. 5 could also be the 5th night in London, 820. Also, if we were to get rep, it would be the 5th re-release.
Interesting.
Case closed on 820 for now. I will keep you guys updated if I discover any more evidence that is backing this. I know more with each show, so we'll keep you guys posted. Stay tuned on our TikTok. I will keep the clowning videos coming with this developing story.
Developing story.
I've got a developing story.
I will say, usually when I read your notes before we record, I'm like, what is she going on about? Because I saw the same thing you saw on Taylor's Instagram story, and I didn't even notice the 5s. And then
Are you serious?
I was reading your notes, and I was like, what is she talking about? And I went back, and I looked at it, and I was like, that is so weird. Why did she say 5 times?
Right?
That is
Like,
unnecessary.
girl, she's not redundant. She's a freaking poet, okay? She's not just out here just sending stuff off into the, internet ether.
So, clowning wigs off, it's time for some news. And while we can read into the Easter eggs in that Instagram post, the main point of it was that there are 5 new openers. And that's so exciting because she did the same thing with the first leg at Wembley. And I just think it's really cool that she's like tapping into these younger new artists and giving them that opportunity to open before Paramore.
London is her favorite child, and I hate to admit it, but it's true. It's where she's getting her reputation back.
See what you did there? So the 5 openers that will be on before Paramore are Sophia Isella, Holly Humberstone, Suki Waterhouse, Maisie Peters, and Ray. Just out of all of them, I have to shout out Maisie because she has been a Swiftie for life. She's just like Griff, and they love Taylor. And Griff got to open for Taylor on the first leg, and now Maisie gets to open for her on this second leg. I'm so excited for her.
I know. And all these other artists, I can't wait to listen to and get hyped for. And there's been so many artists that Taylor has gotten me into, like Ash, Ash, Griff, Girl in Red. So her recs are always 10 out of 10. So I'm very excited.
The other interesting thing that happened over the last couple of days, Taylor has been releasing these versions of Tortured Poets with voice memos and like first drafts of songs. That's been going on for the last couple of months. But once she lost that #1 streak, Tortured Poets was on the charts for 12 weeks. Once she lost that streak, she kind of stopped doing it until this last weekend when Kanye released his new album on Saturday, August 3rd. All of a sudden, a variant of Tortured Poets is available with the original voice memo and first draft of My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys.
I know at the time I was like, what is the intention of this? But oh, yeah. Of course, I was listening to it for the Easter eggs, as I always am. And instead, it was just like the memo in the beginning where she's basically saying, like, it's a bop and a vibe, but, like, it's sad because she was sad. And I was like... And she sounded really sad.
She did sound sad. And everything, when she writes it on piano first, it always sounds sad. But I thought it was interesting. There have been a lot of people who have criticized Jack Antonoff's production for like using too many synths and stuff like that. And I almost feel like releasing this voice memo was her way of being like, lay off of Jack, because she literally says in the voice memo. So I just like view this as putting some like synths down to it, you know, but it's still sad because I'm sad.
Yeah.
Like, so the synth request is coming from Taylor. Everyone can be quiet now and lay off of Jack. Thank you.
And her basically just describing like what she does so well. Like how many bops does she have that you're like, this is a sad ass song.
My boy. So after Taylor dropped that voice memo, Tortured Poets went back to the #1 spot and blocked Kanye's new album.
Yeah. And in the past, people have accused Taylor of blocking them, other artists from the #1 spot, which has never been the case. Until now, it might be. That was intentional.
I think so, and I'm here for it.
We love a petty queen.
As promised, we also have some Travis content. So Travis, there's this video of him that's been going around. I think he's at some sort of a Chiefs facility, and a fan is like, oh my gosh, you just, you know, like made my wife almost pass out. Like when I think he took a picture with her, and Travis goes,
Taylor Swift effect. Yeah.
So I had two thoughts about this. I was like, I guess it has like double meaning. It's like it could mean like the Taylor Swift effect, like I originally thought, because she's Taylor Swift and she has the craziest effect on people. Or the other side of it of like he's dating Taylor Swift. So basically now when you see him, it's like seeing Taylor Swift. So there's like this, you know, interesting.
That's how I took it. Yeah. He's like, she's not really excited about seeing me. She's excited about seeing me because I'm 1 degree away from Taylor. It's like him trying to be humble about it. Like, yeah.
Right.
She's not excited because she's standing next to Travis Kelce. She's excited because she's standing next to Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Taylor Swift effect.
The Taylor Swift effect.
The final news of late is the Olympics tease. So Taylor, we already saw like when the Olympics started, the Ready for It Live from the Eras Tour little video promo that was very cool. And then all of a sudden we got another one where Taylor is now narrating this really cool promo for the prime time, and she used style. And I mean, not to tie it back into the 1989 rep combo, but I'm sorry, she used a rep song, and now she's using a 1989 song? Come on. I know it fit, because style is just, I mean, come on, it makes sense. But, like, she has a huge discography. A lot of the songs would make sense. Just saying. That's on that.
Before we wrap this video up, we're going to take one more quick lap around Clownelia Street because Ryan has more to say.
I had to get my double wigs out. This is how unhinged this is. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Let's take it back to night 1 in Warsaw when she, during the surprise song, she had the mic pack incident before Mirabal and Clairbo, where she was like, I can fix this. It was this whole thing, right? She had this whole speech and said, I was today years old when I learned blah, blah, blah. There's been many times throughout this tour where she's given random years, like saying I'm 175 years old, or this is this old, and whatever. Not going to go into that right now. So, knowing that she has referenced years old many times, I was like, let me just look up if she was today years old on the date that she said this, which was August 1st. There's a very handy age calculator online, in case you didn't know, that breaks it down. So it asks for her birthday, December 13th, 1989, and then the date. So it breaks it down into the many different numbers of how old you would be if you were today years old, starting with like 34 years, 7 months, and 19 days. And it breaks it real down. So I was just like, let me just like add some of these numbers up. Okay. Which there were a lot of numbers. And I'll just leave you with this. The 34 years, 7 months, and 19 days after doing all of the Swiftie math added up to 6, which, you know, Swiftie math is when you add like, if it's a double number, you add like the 2 and then just keep reducing it. Can do a video on that later. Adds up to 6. The next line down, 415 months, 19 days. That adds up to 20. The next line down, or 1,807 weeks and 1 day, which adds up to 8. Okay, and then it keeps breaking it down more and more and more into like seconds and all that nonsense, but I didn't go into all that. I was just like 6 for rep, 20, and 8.
That
what
is
are the
crazy.
odds? It's too much. Does Taylor know? We need to tell her. She needs to know. She's like, yeah, I was going to release it on 8/20 because, like, I don't know, last day of the European leg. It's like, but Taylor, did you know that when you said you're today years old, that it actually added up to rep on 8/20? That's
Cue
it.
the clown music.
That's it. You're welcome.
All right, it actually makes sense to me now.
Just ignore all of my research.
You want me to
Just,
take you seriously when you look like this?
This is how I feel. This is how I should do my research. I should start just like, while I spent hours researching this weekend in Warsaw. It's like, you're like, girl, I do recaps. I don't even spend that long. Are you okay?
No, it does take hours to prep the recaps, but that's like, this is different.
Yeah, yours has purpose.
Different side of the brain.
Yours has purpose, and mine's like, okay, what day did she wear this repeated outfit? Okay, what does this add up to? I'm doing math, outfits, secret song, surprise song. There's too much going on. She just needs to drop it already, or I'm going to lose my mind. Maybe I should buy more wigs, and I can keep stacking them like Cat in the Hat. Little hats.
Yeah, I approve.
8/20 is a long time from now. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to make it.
It's 14 days from when we're recording
fortnight.
this. Oh my gosh.
For a fortnight.
Thanks for taking another walk with us down Clownelia Street and catching up on all of the Taylor news that's happened in the last week, because there was a lot.
Let us know if you guys have any clowning theories, or if you think we're crazy. Maybe don't answer that. Want to know what you're thinking? Do you want more of this? Let us know in the comments.
And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for all of our upcoming content. And we have a big announcement for our channel coming up soon, so you will not want to miss that. Thanks for watching. Bye. Our clowning is a false god. Still worship this clown. The clowning's on your lips. We'd still worship this clown.